You are live.
Jarai, how long a plan on interview?
Talib, you are live.
Okay, sure.
Text you, Talib.
Brother Kekendo, assalamu alaikum, badin jiberlal nin lamor lalu. Welcome once again to the UDP TV and media. Bafrale, thank you for joining us. As usual, brother Sanajaju as your moderator, with my co-moderator, Sister Jara Sanity. Na panelist will financial journey many along with join on later, along brother Surah Rafatiti, brother Karajula Jali, Anim Musa Jamme. Badingol, from Delta Kakenyameng, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Medandro kala potenka many along quarter lane join sign al begiberola. Please al program on share ali ala friends or fan invite. Al kana nyina fanang atumbe YouTube, play subscribe. Badingol binak na luntambala sotale bi me along ko na wala invite na nyim platform auto nanyanta kachala damanding wala njumati wala the Lord Mayor of KMC Mayor Talib Bensouda. Na Talib Sorajan Bile, thanks to the effort made by our sister Jara Sane, but by Jaila for reaching out to Talib Bensouda. Bafala Talib Foneko, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. We really understand that for busy carrying a schedule title in it, but with all that, you were able to accept this invitation to Kanaila Fonga platform of the Menkada UDP TV and media. So Kamala Kada Nanyesha Watire, under the leadership of Fode Jawla and the entire membership of the UDP TV and media, we are extending our gratitude and appreciation to you for accepting this great interview. Once again, Mr. Talib Bensouda, welcome to UDP TV and media, and thank you for coming. Badingol, Kanimita Kachakono, being opportunity for Nantala once again, for na sister na Dokunyo Mialanko is also a member of this platform. Menkata Binet Bojandi in UK, Bila Katala, Ululungoji, Bao occasional Talabi Kafaye, happy birthday to you, Sister Binet Boja. On behalf of the entire members of the UDP TV and media, again, under the leadership of Fode Jawla, Bafana Sister Menkata Binet Bojandi, happy birthday. So at a Jibela Lamola Fanam, but Daniel Allen joined together to wish our sister Dokunyo Menkata Binati to a happy birthday. Kadua Shima and Jade Kendala. So Kamalamba dual at me along Calvin join a Kotenka Kona Falenyam, Bina Luntambala Sotojam, May along Kanada Jampuna Kacha, Walenjumati, the Lord Mayor of KMC, Mayor Talib Bensouda. So Kamala, may hand over to my co-moderator Menkata sister Jara Sanity. I learned down in Bisimila, Pluka Kacha. Over to you, Sister Jarai.
Sana Baraka, thank you very much. All na viewers, all Mbafala Mube for Allah Baraka. Talib Bensouda Leben platform also our sorry, Moletan call. Our Mayor of KMC, he is Lord Mayor of KMC Mba Afalaeko. I the bunyani tenko restago dila la bunya na platform to kana moldibe kana interview la anung fanang is part of UDP, is part of this platform. So mbafola mobe ko al nga ale UDP TV and media support ale mol support UDP fanang mi along ko atelen tolbe la fanyo kan nga make sure mbe nga Talib support jam platform to can make sure I am janti atalem nim platform so ala ta fe fe ngina don asake no Talib comme ni mako waxe rek dama buga pour intro dama buga ma dem sosé o dama buga ma dem olof Talib
ñu defal mo olof rek
don't worry Maladal UDP TV and media because ñepp xam nañ ci nekk ni nekkatulo gan ci platform bi nekatulo gan UDP nekatulo gan sax Gambia because ku dega Talib rek loolu ku dega KMC rek Talib ngay wax mangla bismillah ci suñ platform bi sa own platform di wax viewers yi ñepp le Talib mu ci in the house Talib is in the house te Talib mu ngi leen a nuyu di leen sant léegi Talib nag ñu ngi am ay yenn viewers si soose tamit ñeneen ñi dégguñ olof dañ dee bugg a lifin te olof yi tamit léegi am na ñoo xam ne dégguñ soose so affaire yi daal te yeneen saay ko mun a wiin waaye buñu laalee fii rek ñu laal fii rek ñu laal fële ñëpp anga at least ñëpp jërëjëf mun ngaa introduce sa bopp xam naa ne doo gan waaye mun ngaa introduce sa bopp jërëjëf.
Alright, asalaamaaleykum maa ngi nuyu mbooloo bi man la Talib Bensouda KMC Mayor di nuyu waa UDP yëpp UDP TV jaaraay ak all the commentators di nuyu everybody di wax gaay thank you for the opportunity pour waxtaan waat ak mbooloo UDP bi.
Jërëjëf Talib Sana comme man suma laajee si olof kon yow mun ngaa laajte si soose Talib dégg na yëpp angale saraxule yëpp la dégga
yaa ngi tooñ de maa nekkuloo di ma dugal yi
nekka ni politicien yëpp la dégga ba biile maa la ma ngi wax suñu viewers yi ne please nañ ñëw pour support UDP TV&MEDIA nañ ñëw ñu support ñun mi nga xam ne dañ fi nekk pour liggéey Gambia pour try pour yóbbu UDP si kanam fuñ bugg a UDP dem rek ñu yóbbu ko foofu noonu Talib dama la bugg a laajte comme like yaa ngi KMC fi mu nekk nii sa 100 days bi mu ngi just passé last week or week before yaa ngi war a ñëw fii on few occasions waaye danga xala jàpp boo xam ne buggoon ngaa ñëw torop waaye daf la mujjee naxari sax waaye mënuloo ci dara is beyond your control so Talib dama ko bëgg a laajte sa within sa 100 days yooyu noonu biir KMC you got challenges you got lot of things li nga xam ne dafa ñëw si sa way te gis nañ sa achievement yi nga xam ne mu ngi si sa website bi gis nañ achievement yi nga xam ne yaa ngi koo def day in day out si biir KMC te si biir bu gata boo xam ne Talib man alhamdulillah ori soose nkono faata sa yëf fees na suma biir waaye nga tamit Gambien pour satisfy leen neexut waaye dama bugga rek nga foog ñu true bi nga ñëwee KMC tolof yi nga dal yi nga fekk can you make thank you very much
hello
then dama bugga rek nga indi ma si yoon boobu noonu tuuti nga wax ma tuuti si bi nga ñëwee KMC ak bi nga wiinee ak fi nga tollu nii tey thank you Talib.
All right. Thank you so much, Jara. Okay. So Mangi new KMC, I believe May 21st. That was my swearing in, and I'd like to thank UDP, especially Swing Party leader, for giving me the maximum support, Gitalma for on the party ticket, and it was definitely overwhelming and a privilege to serve the party and serve the Gambian people and the people of KMC. As you can imagine, it was a major challenge coming in fresh with all the issues already facing the municipality. But I would also like to give a special thank you to Bakari Jamme, Domi UDP. He was the interim chairman. And he did a good job in terms of he got rid of some ghost workers. He did a little restructuring. So he sort of leveled the field a bit so I can have a good start. So definitely I have to mention him. On the coming in, there were many problems. There was little to no money in the account. Like issues I discussed during the campaign, they have major capacity issues in terms of qualified staff, qualified personnel. They also have a major cultural problem in terms of efficiency and productivity. And just coming in new, of course, KMC was used as a political headquarters for APRC for a very long time. So it was coming in surrounded by people who don't trust you because they look at you as coming from the other side. When they had to come in and show them that I'm here to work, I'm here to deliver for the Gambian people, And my first major speech, if you are ready to work and you're ready to deliver, it doesn't matter what party you belong to, we will get along. And as far as you're here to serve yourself or to serve some political interests, then obviously we're going to have problems. So I made that very clear to all the directors, made that very clear to all the staff. When they coming in, of course, we came in a very hard time. Soneke Gambia, you know, rainy season is when Gambians really suffer a lot. There's flooding all over the place. You know, most of our roads are dirt roads. Amun tarmac or concrete roads. So you only have Yahoo. So 90% of people in KMC find it very difficult to go about their business. Most than they flood. So knowing this coming in, I had to do something to sort of reduce the risk of flooding. So I initiated what I called Operation Clean the Drains, because so in your Gambia, you'll find out most of the drains are either filled with sand or rubbish. So not we do and for more them, and this causes most of the flooding. Also, we have a major canal called the Kotu Stream. It's coming from Lamin, and it is a stream that goes through about maybe 10 communities from Lamin, Aboko, coming down to Bundung, Kotu Manjai, and pours out at Fajara. So stream Bobo has been used as a dumping ground for many years. So we got a dredger from NDMA for Ubi Stream. And then we dug out the drains, and we are glad to say, because of these initiatives, NDMA report for the same period last year, there was 430 flood victims. And this time, there were only 30 flood victims. So it shows the exercise was very effective. On top of that, to control, obviously, council resources, we found out on procurement, most products were overpriced by 100%, 200%, sometimes even 300%. And there was a lot of fraud going on in the procurement department. So I got council to pass a few resolutions, and one of them was giving me total control on approving all procurement. So I realized just through this process that we saved millions of dollars, because most of the invoices and vouchers coming to me were overpriced goods, like I said, by 300, 400%. So that went a long way. And in short 3 months, we were able to double the amount of money in our account. And we were able to pay off many liabilities. So we found out there was about 17 million in liabilities owed to suppliers. And we are glad to announce now it's down to about 3 million.
Wow.
They had also owed gumworks for projects we were supposed to do in the period. And Bakari had paid the bulk of it, was 4 million. I paid about 2 million. And now we don't owe gumworks anymore. And finding 8 million in the account, now we are glad to say there's about 20 million in the account. Still very small, but it's a step in the right direction. So we believe with these controls, over time, council will be solvent in order to tackle many challenges, etc., etc. Another good thing is I've been able to unite the councillors. So we have four APRC councillors, 3 DOIs, and Lucidas is 12 UDP councillors.
Yeah.
But we don't treat them like we are majority.
Yeah.
We ensure we do everything together. Because end of the day, we have to remember we are serving Gambians. So UDP councillors, but Gambians, so we still empower them to be able to serve Gambians in their communities. So we have had no objections from the choosing of our deputy mayor to giving me more powers to control council, to passing projects like Bakote dump site. We have agreed we are going to fence it, we are going to upgrade it. In the meantime, the Nyumuna transfer side B. So what we've done is we've signed an intermunicipal committee agreement between Banjul City Council, and Birkama Area Council, so Manro Hero, Sirifu Sonko, we are almost talking every day. So we think alike. We know a greater Banjul area.
Wow.
And we understand the waste problem is a mutual challenge. So then
Mm-hmm.
you sign MOUs in the we're going to tackle it together. So we've already identified a site for future relocation of the Bakote Dome site. But this time we don't want to just do dumping or landfill management. We want to add value. So we have so far about 4 interested investors in waste to energy.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them, so 2 of them have signed with NAWEC already, which is a good thing, meaning they've agreed on the price. Now the next level is to agree with the central government, my Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Local Government, with ourselves, and hopefully we will get something going in that area very soon. So we've done a lot in the 100 days, but the 2 major things that are still pending, which is things that I think is in line with my campaign promise of restructuring council within 6 months. If you read my manifesto, I said my first priority is to restructure council within 6 months, bring in the right capacity. More in a way, we are conducting an HR audit, which will end of September, so end of this month. So council, then you set up 9 committees. One of them is called the Appointments and Establishment Committee, which will handle all human resources of the company. So the way in which I set up the committee, I think has never been done as far as councils are concerned, is that we have set up committees that are of both councillors and experts in that field. So for the Appointments and Establishment Committee, there's 3 councillors and 3 human resource experts. So what that causes more we get expert advice into the council, and then councillors also will bring what council wants and council policies to the committees. Guy, I understand they almost done the HR audit, and once we start enacting or implementing, then obviously we'll call the press so they will know exactly what we are doing. Also, finance committee is working on a mapping and addressing of the entire municipality. So the banking sector is interested, and the president of the banking association, John and your assurance me, they will be partners in this project.
Wow.
So we've gone very far with that as well. So another thing, of course, is we are battling corruption. So corruption, the war on corruption has started. Just last week, we have arrested about 5 people. 3 of them are municipal police officers. One of them is a secretary, and the other one is a staff. They were forging documents and getting taxpayers' money illegally. And so we have just arrested them. Kenaki charged Demba. He paid a fine of $17,000, but the others, the cases adjourned till next week, Tuesday. So we hope that's a first of many, because corruption is a very big part of the council, and we hope to eliminate that. So we are very busy. Every day is a battle, but I think the councillors are committed, and for now, feel a small advantage anyway. I've been able to commit them to my cause, and unquestionably, they want to see it through. So they're spread around in committees, send wards, and every day we are delivering. Another thing is I have ordered every illegal dump site municipality should be cleared, and regardless of the cost. And so far, we have cleared about 20 illegal dump sites since I started. The Marek line cleared then around Pipeline, and I believe tomorrow around Dipakunda Tube Town. So we're also working on a permanent solution. So we are working on getting about, I believe it's about 19 garbage trucks to station 1 per ward. So we are working with partners. So on the but we are very busy. So I think this is the gist of things. We also, as 8 regions, the chairman uniting together, and we have we want to remove the the draconian laws you there were many laws in the local government act that were designed to take power away from councils yobuko si center. So we have engaged the minister. Then you want to decentralize. Councils should be powerful. And since now we are all elected by the people, the power should be in our hands. So all 8 chairmen, including the GDC chairman of Kuntaur, we made recommendations to the law. Many of them is to give us the HR powers, because right now a lot of the human resource powers are with the ministry. We believe we should have the power since we were elected by the people. So there are some things that impede on our civil liberties, like sort of travel clearance, and we believe in a free democratic society. Especially elected officials should not require approval to travel or to leave the Gambia. So anyway, we've made many recommendations. So Senenko Minister, he has actually replied saying these are things they're going to consider in the general review of the constitution. However, we think that might take some time. So we want to be empowered now. So we are working on those things. So the good news is across the region, all 8 municipalities, they are working very closely together. And we have one united vision, and we are always in communication. But the greater Banjul area, Sirifo, Sonko, Rohilo, and myself, we are almost the same. We are in constant communication daily. So the good thing is the councils are ready to work. Wow, so we just need the partnership of the Gambian people at central government. Deguma.
Mane do len ñu bayyi ci gannaaw ñu ngi fi ñu ngi taxaw seen bor rek so leen paré rek ñu ni paré nañ.
Wow, like I said on my 100 days, the missing part we find in this whole exercise, we need the support of the public. Because like in the littering case, in my address I said the general public should understand littering should be the last resort. You also trash balit. I think Balangane council be provided that. I think you should look for solutions or alternatives. Balanga trash because eventually you'll be the same person who complaining so when they can so we need the partnership of the people. We are different. We are different chair people, and we want to work. We want to make a difference, but we need their support. Also, in the issue of one-tiers and many programs you want to do, people have a tendency to just look at the immediate selfish interest. They would say, okay, so it's going to affect my sales a little bit. And they go out in the streets and want to strike and all these things. So we are asking people to put community interest in front of their own immediate selfish gratification. So Mandega, and I think telling people the truth is very important. So we are doing that through the community leadership. So we engage alcalos all the time. When they engage religious leaders such as imams, councillors and bopa akilifa isi gohi, pour the sensitized people. Nothing's for free. And we all have to contribute to bring about the Gambia we want to see. If you want services, then you have to pay your taxes. On the 80% of people are not paying their rates, but at the same time, these same people want the best services. It doesn't work that way. So we are using local leaders to sensitize them. We believe Gambians are good, but they just need to be made aware. Understand consequences of not paying taxes is why they don't pay it. One day, it's going to be a program.
am na ñu wax ci lifin bi tamit dégguñ olof bu baax so xana léegi nga jaxas baax la tali
well, I was speaking mostly English.
okay okay that will guys
I'm not the entire municipality then you book a small service set. They all in I'm in training. You balance my legate.
Wow. Anyway, you are speaking English, so that's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, we've done and we have a very ambitious program for the municipality. But also, we need this central government support. There's been changes. We were working with Minister Lamin Diba, who was very instrumental, very good, and we had already started working on a few things. Then cabinet reshuffle we held, and now we have the Honorable Musa Drame, but also Mominye Trapul settled into office. So a lot of the things we planned are delayed. But overall, we just need the central government support. We've met the president individually. I think we all met him individually. We need him to put the full weight of the presidency behind the councils, because Yunsin succeeded, then it's going to be his success as well. Wow. So, but if the president has all these nice development projects, one can do Faletali. People will be like, look, the garbage is killing us.
Yeah.
Wow. So we are trying to make them understand this system of concentrating power is why Yame failed, and is why Gambia failed. Power has to be decentralized. You have to rely on many strong institutions. You have to rely on strong chairpersons, strong councils, so you can have a country that is going places. Just like in the UK, the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, very prominent figure, very strong individual. He can do a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. What has been happening in the past, mayor, and then he's just like a symbolic leader, and he doesn't have any executive powers. He cannot make a difference. So, these are the things we've been preaching. Wow.
Talib, dama la bëgg a laajte because xam naa ne président maa ngi gis mu ngi defoon meeting ci sa constituency sa area te gis about yaa ngi ko wax yow li nga jànkuwante ci municipality bi te yaa ngi bëgg a mu dimbale la as soon as possible. Talib, maa laa laajte xanaa Barrow mu ngi put loolu into consideration whether he is starting the project pour dimbale la, because as you are a young and vibrant man boo xam ne you are ready to work, whether President Barrow mu ngi laa jàppale ak office am ñu ngi laa jàppale pour mun laa dimbale fi nga bëgg a yóbbu KMC mu egga foofu noonu and the Gambia in a whole, because if you are trying to reach out to all the municipalities nekku ne rek KMC rek ngay def dangaa def the whole municipality of the Gambia, whether that is the consideration from Barrow.
I'm sure it's his intention, but like I said, the issue with central government is it's big, and there's many characters, many ministries. So the tendency is they move slow. One day, unfortunately, I've not had an opportunity to have a one-on-one with him up to date. It's always program or ceremony, my conversation. But I've not had a sit down with him to actually explain to him the importance of helping me and helping my council. But I think the intention is there. But I think, like I said, cabinet reshuffle. I think they're still trying to find their feet. So unfortunately, they have not been able to act. But Momsa, I think if he cannot find time to meet like myself individually, I think it's the
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, you can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
The minister also just came into office. So I think he's also trying to find his feet. One day, man, I don't wait for anybody. I always say, whether I get help or not, I'm just going to move with what I have. Whether we get grants or not, I'll move with what we have. Whether the central government steps in or not. So that's what I've been telling all the chair people. Like, we cannot wait. Let's just act. Let's just do. Then Yomsin come through. Then it will just add to what we are doing. But it won't be it won't be that we are depending on them. But man, actually, what I did tell the minister is, for me, I don't need anything from the central government. All I need is the laws to change so we can be empowered. I need to have control of my staff. I need to be able to set up my own team. So what's happening is we are elected, but we don't have the power to appoint our own directors, our own CEO. We don't have the power to get rid of them. So it's like appoint president, then you cannot appoint your ministers. Can you imagine something like that? So
it's not easy, yeah, because
it's like tying our hands. It's not easy, but like I said, go ahead.
Gis ne ko léegi nga am ko xamne tamit is the same value, the same thinking capacity comme ni nga defé pour koku ñew liggéey kat pour am ko Gambia daf dé métti waaye boo amee di right pour mun a employ ñoo xam ne da ngaa mun a liggéey ak ñoom nga am the same mission nga am the same
exactly
level of experience, level of fi nga bëgg a yóbbu Gambia si kanam moom tamit the same thing waaye yow yaa ngi liggéey keneen mu ngi laa drag back daf dé métti.
And the truth of the matter is, if we want change, the system needs to change, meaning the people working in the system need to adjust or change. So we, as a new government, we have to be bold. We cannot be afraid of what people are going to say. We campaign that we are going to change the Gambia. But if the system remains the same, but the only things that change are the politicians, then we cannot deliver change. So this is why we were telling the minister, look, give us the power. You guys can control what's happening in central government, but local governments are supposed to be autonomous. We are supposed to be independent. Give us the power so we can change. I want to bring in my own management team. I have a few good managers, but I also want to bring new ones if I want to change the municipality, because over here, the people I want to bring in have the same vision as me, the same will as me. And the most important thing is they want me to do well because they have similar agendas. So that's all I asked them. That's all I've said. But like I said, there's this tendency they're used to this centralized system, and there's this tendency they don't want to give up power too easy. So we have to fight for it a bit. President chairman and mayors, if you want respect, you have to fight for it a bit. So he told us that much. So anyway, we are willing to take up that challenge, and we've already started.
Jerejef Talib, Sana, can you ask Talib a question? And Talib, am na ñu nekk ci platform bi tamit dinañ la mëna laaj few questions. Jerejef, back to you.
Yeah, Aparakabake, Sister Jara, thank you for those wonderful questions. Once again, Lord Mayor Talib Ben Suja Nulewa, thank you for accepting our invitation. Balama large my question, first of all, I will take this opportunity. This is our first time in Midla, talk watana yo. So we will use the occasion to say congratulations on that wonderful victory bunga am. Dila ñaanal tam class bi jegla. Yalla jox la katan bi and the strength for you to be able to fulfill all your dreams and promises.
Amen.
Yeah. So also the comment about the achievements that you have made so far within this short period of time, because they're gonna you guys are trying again. Take off a board it's about $17 million. You were able to bring it down to $3 million. That's a job well done. I think you should be commended for that. Also, case for like 8 million up to 20 million. That's another great achievement within a period of 100 days. Also, ñu congratulate Bakary Jammeh, who was the acting mayor, parce que ñëpp kontaan nañ ci liggéey bu mu defoon before you came into office. Yow tam wax nga ko ci sa biir waxtaan bi. You have definitely made this road a little bit smoother for you. Pour sa liggéey bi mën a yomba. So ñu ngi ko congratulate for a job well done. Talib, my first question to you will be coow bi bari na ci dëkk bi bu nga ñëwee to contest for the mayorship. It was a surprise to a lot of people. Ñëpp ne na Talib is young, Talib is intelligent, Talib is energetic. Taxna be people dila wish lo upper mayor bi. So we heard in the street that Talib should go for the presidency. Talib should be the next president of the Gambia. Legi yow, personally, do you have any presidential ambition at this moment?
Thank you so
That's
much,
my first
Sana.
question.
Thank you so much. Like you rightly said, Bakari did a wonderful job. And Sing
Mm-hmm.
campaign, it was a very well executed campaign. And
Yeah.
like Jara just mentioned, Aisha Fall, who was our PR manager at the time, was very good in branding me and making me look like you could say presidential. So for now, Lolo mo yobu wale ninyi.
Okay.
So a lot of them got very excited and started saying all these things. But no, I don't have any intention to be president. I
Mm-hmm.
always say that we have a president right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Lunyu Ginal Uniep is to ensure that he's successful, because whether you like your president or not, whether you support him or not, the truth of the matter is, if he's not successful, then it means Gambia is not successful. If
Mm-hmm.
he's successful, it means Gambia is successful. So,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we need to do everything we can to support and ensure more Munnajis agenda, and he's successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell all the chairmen, we want to have the opportunity as a group to talk to him
Mm-hmm.
and see Mom Louis Visionam. So us
Right.
as chairman can
Mm-hmm.
ensure that we can deliver to make him a successful president. So I
Mm-hmm.
think Lulu will be to all our favor as Gambians. But to your
Yes.
question more directly, no. I'm elected as a mayor. I want to
Mm-hmm.
deliver as a mayor. And I
Mm-hmm.
always said I was elected for only 4 years.
Okay.
And that's why I ran. I
Yeah.
never talk about re-election. I never talk about something greater than that, because my mandate is four
Mm-hmm.
years as mayor of KMC, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
focus on that and deliver, because dama duga si këri nit ñi di leen campaign, di leen wax why they should vote for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I will not do them justice if I get distracted with even re-election. So that's my
Mm-hmm.
answer to that.
Jerejef, thank you so much. I think that is loud and clear,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think the audience who are listening have heard that, and they will be able to pass the correct message to other people. Conquer Gambians, rumors of everybody, what bit of everybody. So Talib have made it clear that as of now, he have no presidential ambition. He's been elected as a mayor. He want to deliver as a mayor. So thank you so much for that wonderful answer.
Thank you,
My
thank you.
second question to you, Mr. Lord Mayor Moy. Uh, our attitude as Gambians, ñun
Yep.
suñ ñëwee ci liggéey, we just want to make the hours or the weer bu dee ñu am suñ salary. Gambians don't want to go to work on time, and they don't want to leave on time. Gambians will call out at any time they want, and at the end of the day, they will just feel that dinañ am seen salary. Léegi suñ bëgg a ñu ñëpp understanding ne for any institution pour mu mun a achieve whatever they want to achieve or whatever they have in plan, there should be an attitudinal change towards work. Legi, what kind of programs or plans do you have in effect pour ñoo xam ne whether they will have a punishment? For example, nga war a ñëw liggéey nga bañ a ñëw liggéey, nga toog ba weer bu dee nga da nga am sa salaire. Do you have anything like that? You have to work for you to be paid, or you have to deliver for you to get what you want? Do you have anything like that in place at KMC right now?
I think that's a very good point. I won't want to generalize. All Gambians are like that. I mean, there's a good number that are like that, but I think yep leadership la. If the leadership has zero tolerance for coming late, or zero tolerance for coming in and not being productive, then I think workers don't have choice but to change. So for myself, I have a big mandate I want to deliver. So I have no time, meaning I have to come in early, I have to leave late, and meaning I have to push my directors to the limit. So as a leader, I am maybe not the first, but one of the first people to walk into KMC every morning. And this is because I don't have time and I have a big mandate to deliver on. So I am in KMC latest. I am on my seat by 7:30 every day a.m. and I leave. I am one of the last to leave. I'm going government 4 o'clock. Everybody packs their bags, but I leave around 5:30, sometimes 6, and I am usually one of the last to leave the municipality. But what happens during the day is very important. Is that every director, every Friday, I have a directors meeting.
I think Talib is breaking.
Yeah, I think he's
Yes, Mr. Ben Shuda, if I can hear your dega from your end is breaking.
Hello, yeah, sorry, I had a phone call.
Okay, now it's good now. Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, every Friday I have a directors meeting. And in that meeting, I give them what I need them to deliver on within the week. This is what you need to do. And it's all part of working towards my plan. So during the week, by Wednesday, I am always impatient. By Wednesday, I check on each director to see how far they have gone with their assignment. So they're always under pressure, because once we come to Friday and you don't deliver, it means you're in trouble. You know.
Yeah.
So this is I've seen actually the attitude changing amongst the directors. They're working harder, they're working later, and they are understanding my vision. They are understanding what I value and what I don't value. And this is starting to trickle down. So they have managers who report to them. So this is starting to trickle down to the manager level. And I believe after a year or two, there will be a complete cultural change in the council, even with the same staff. So now what we are seeing is managers who don't like this change, who are so used to the old system, obviously are starting to feel encircled, and they're starting to feel that they are under pressure, and some of them are pushing back, some of them are quitting, and some of them are actually having problems with their directors, and their directors are replacing them. So this is all happening because there's pressure from the top. So motor leadership is very important, because you set the tone, you set the pace. If you are very relaxed, if you are very carefree, if you as a leader are not very enthusiastic, then guess what? Everybody else is going to feel the same way. And remember, public office, whether you work hard or not, your salary is the same. So buying the correct, because they won't feel the need. That's why I think what's also important, you have to inject your vision into them. It's not just about money. It's not just about 9 to 5 salary, but you feel your law feel. I want my country to move forward. That sense of patriotism. So I believe if I keep that consistent pressure and focus, they won't have a choice. I'm talking the entire institution will not have a choice but to change. Because someone to change, then you will either quit or you will be eliminated. So I believe it's already starting to happen. And even with the corruption, because I have this zero tolerance for corruption, I don't witch hunt, we don't investigate, but any evidence or any report that comes to us, we will act on it. So right now, actually, we've prosecuted these guys, but we are working on 3 other cases that I cannot disclose. And we believe we are going to get a few more arrests on that. And I believe once you know the one we have zero tolerance, then they will think twice before stealing taxpayers' money.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
All right. Yeah, Jara, if you don't mind, just one more question before I hand it over to you.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know Taliban is just 100 days in office. It might be too short, but this is one major question, and it was a main concern for most of the people in KMC. They say that KMC is the largest municipality in the country. KMC more regional collect tax than any other municipality. And I remember your Tamsisa campaign where you made a promise about this. You guys will try and do something about this. The money that is collected from the people, do they them to not all of them, all of that money goes to the municipal coffers. So, Legi, the major general question, within these 100 days, in power, do you have any plan or strategy in place that will help the municipality to get rid of corruption in terms of collecting taxes from the vendors and any other avenues?
We absolutely do. We have a finance committee, and like all our committees, they're made up of 3 experts. I think I put it on my Twitter. One of them is an auditor called Lamin S. Jata. The other one is Nelly Taylor. She's a seasoned accountant, and Momori Structure Gumworks. And the third one is called Abake Williams. She's also a seasoned auditor. So they're working with a few councillors. The chairman of that committee is called Karamo Sisi, who's the councillor of Kalending Ward. So they have they are one of the busiest committees. They have a very exhaustive program. So the first thing they're working on right now is the 2019 budget. Once they're done with that, they're going to review the audited report from 2015-2017 to make recommendations on changing policies. And then they're going to come to what you're talking about. So the first one is they are going to work with the Bankers Association for mapping, addressing, and physical addressing. So we have all the municipality mapped out. We have street names and we have street house numbers. In this way, then comprehensive valuation of all properties. Then the last thing they're going to work on this year is trying to outsource tax collection. So we've decided as a council that collecting tax using the same people is causing a lot of leakages, is causing a lot of problems. So we want to find ways to outsource license payments, tax collection to third-party management companies or to banks. So some banks have shown interest in this, meaning they will no longer be an agent between the place of payment and the taxpayer. So nobody will come to your shop. It will mean now only invoices will be sent, and then the taxpayers will go directly into the bank and deposit. So this would eliminate, I believe, maybe most of the corruption from council. So you said corruption, because we have collectors who go business to business, collecting money from vendors. So that's our plan for that.
Yeah. Okay, Lord Mayor, if you don't mind, Hamnaneli, it's the same question, Bila. Why you just have answer it? But this is not going to be a question. It's a recommendation. We as Gambians, we are one way or the other connected. And then we know all our families who are in the market and stuff like that. I don't know whether your office will look into this. The harassment that most of the petty traders receive from these tax collectors in the market. It's an ongoing issue that has been going on for a long time, and we have families who are concerned about it. So I'm just giving a recommendation. Your office can look into this. Most of this petty trading that's only means of survival for them to go to the market and sell something and make something out of it. But they do receive a lot of harassment from the tax collectors.
So it's a very important issue. What we've realized is the amount of petty traders or traders reporting incidents of harassment, reporting incidents of corruption is rising because people are not afraid anymore. So public be more. If you have an issue where you're harassed, you report it. If you have an issue where people have come and taken money from you and not giving you a receipt, you report it. And we've actually had a report like that last week. And I actually have a planned radio address, which I'm going to make maybe at the end of the year, to ensure that I communicate very clearly the steps of reporting corruption or harassment. All the municipality is saying, sorry, the council is saying is pay your taxes. That's all we want. But anything more than that, meaning corruption, harassment, etc., you have to report it, because that's meaning our workers are trampling on your civil your civil rights. So we want to encourage the public to come forward and report corruption. Like I said, just last week we received a letter from a store. What they have said is a licensed collector had come to their store, collected money, and promised to bring back the receipt. But after 3 months of calling, that person has not come back. So luckily, they took that person's name and they have their number. But after 3 months, another set of collectors went to the store and were harassing them and telling them that if you do not pay, we will close down your store. So, you know, they reported the matter to those collectors, but those collectors did not care. They just are emphasizing that if they don't pay. So the good thing about this whole incident, Monica, this particular vendor put everything in writing and put all the names of people involved. And now the matter is with the police. They're investigating the matter. So, dimbali because ñun yoni ben collector pour mu harass nit. All we are saying is pay your tax, but if collectors do anything to you that tramples on your civil rights or any corrupt practices, then report it. Then elect dañoo am seen jaama ñun tam ñu am luñ bëgg.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Lord Mayor, for that honest answers. And I think the audience is definitely happy about the way you answer this question. One thing about you is that as a politician, whether answers in favor or do not favor, you just go straight to the point and answer the question. We really appreciate that about you. You've been an honest person. Thank you so much.
Lord Mayor, just one question, then we go to the panelists because he wanted to.
Go ahead. Over to you, Sister Jara. Go ahead.
Yeah. Lord Mayor, dama la bëgg a laajte tamit loo xam ne dama demoon holiday mu soxla ma tara it really saddened me in Gambia. Dafa am dama doon romba ma gis like family the owner of the house member muy throw comme like ki nga xam ne dafa rent këram muy jël alalam bagaasam yi di ko sànni. And I think there is a rules and regulation department it entails the landlords and the rent, because there is a tenure before the eviction. But if at all there is that eviction time, we just a place to stay, which Gambia that's difficult for nit them rent a place or a place to rent because of the deposits are very, very expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And which really, really saddened me. So let me answer the question. The second question also is, what office plans to bring the former Lord Mayor, Kifanekon, APRC, to bring him to justice in terms of bim fa nekkoon li mu war a jox juice yi mu war a jox nit ñi joxuñ leen ba pare the money biñ doon spend there ak xaalis buñ yaaxa whether sa municipality mu ngi try pour indi that man to face justice or to pay all the stuff li mu xam ne dafa KMC. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jara. On your first question about the rent tribunal, and also higher rents and all these issues, is that we haven't simply had enough time to sit down and review that area in the council. As you can imagine, we have so much things to look at. But what I can say is we have replaced the magistrate that was in the court, the Carnifing court. Okay. So KMC has a court that handles rent tribunals and all these issues. So what we did was we realized that the court was weak and there was many accusations of corruption, etc. So we decided to bring one of the best magistrates in the Gambia, a first-class magistrate called Aissatou Dabo. And she's the most honest, most diligent, most fair judge and has a very good understanding of all these laws. So since she has come, all these cases are going there and she's dealing with it according to the law. I've just heard reports that she's very ethical and she has no sympathy as far as the law is concerned. So if a landlord is illegally pushing out a tenant because etc. without the due process, then Aissatou will come down on that landlord very hard. So Mom, she's a no-nonsense magistrate and allows zero interference from any party, including myself or the council. So that's my answer for that. And hopefully we will find time to go through the rent tribunal issues, etc. On your second question about the former mayor, to be honest, we have stumbled upon no evidence yet about anything he has done in particular. What we have seen is evidence of malpractice and alleged corruption by the former administration.
Good.
And this, I have to make this point very clear.
Yeah.
The law protects the mayor in some ways.
Yeah.
So in the sense that, like I said, mayors don't really have executive powers like the president.
Yeah.
The president has executive powers, but mayors don't really have executive powers. The executive powers are divided between the council and the and sort of the ministry. As far as HR is concerned, ministry be more amdole. As far as money is concerned, is the council. But the administrator of all monies is the CEO and the finance director. So if there's any corruption, if there's any such thing, then the mayor is protected because mom do sign check, mom do handle halis, as far as the law is concerned. But now what has happened is the president had ordered a special audit to cover the years between January 2015 all the way to 2017 March.
Yeah.
And results of that audit have come out. Our finance committee is reviewing it. I believe the office of the president is reviewing it. And I believe the select committee on local government in the parliament, they're reviewing it. So if there's any fraud reported, anything that implicates anybody, I am sure it will be dealt with. But as far as, like I said, the mayor is concerned, there's no accusations yet or any evidence yet. But in general, from the act, I know mayors are sort of protected because they don't deal with the day-to-day running of the council, meaning handling cash or signing checks, etc. Yeah.
Okay, Talib, thank you very much. We have like 10-15 more minutes for you to go. Why the co-worker what is the key to the successful budget in your municipality?
Say it again. What is
the key to a successful budget in your municipality?
What is the key for a successful budget?
Yeah.
I think the key is in the act. So there's the Finance and Audit Act that guides councils on how they should operate their budget. And what the act says, 60% of taxpayers' money should be spent on development projects, and not more than 40% should be spent on the administration or operational expenses. So I think that's one. Another key is we need to be able to collect taxes, or people need to be able to pay their taxes. Right now we have areas, as far as property rates, we have areas of about $200 million of rates people have not been paying. So I could only imagine if people paid that money and we had $200 million in our hands, how many roads we could make, how many parks we could develop, how many garbage trucks we could buy. So I think a successful budget just means people paying their taxes, and also to follow the Finance and Audit Act, because I think these acts are already good for the most part. They have already been written in a way so councils deliver to the people. So you want to ensure compliance. I think that's what has been missing in the past.
Okay.
The past, if you look at the budgets, they have not been spending 60% towards development. They have been spending more than 40% on just the day-to-day running of the council. So that's definitely going to change this year. And I believe starting next year, if not major differences, people will start seeing some differences within their communities.
Jeff Talib, thank you very much. I will be asking our panelists just to ask one question each. If you can come to Mahata, Talib, give us 2 minutes. Talib is not feeling very well, but he has to come. So let's make it quick. Can you come?
Can I come?
I have one question.
Hello, Surah.
Yeah, Jare, I'm here. My question is, Talibe, congratulations, you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. The thing, what work relationship do you have with other municipalities, like a Brikama area council? and Banjul City Council? That's my first question. My second question is, what plan do you have for Serekunda market in terms of when Salo is coming, when Tobaski is coming, other things are coming, things they call like Wantero, because I see that this last Tobaskis and the Ramadan, things were not okay. People were going bananas in this kind of municipal country because they don't have no place to display their goods and stuff to sell them there. Do you have any plan for these people? Because it was very, very hard for you guys when everybody was going crazy. Do you have any long-term plans for these people? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that's a very good question. So we have actually now formed a one-tier committee. So in council, for people's information, we have nominated councillors as well as elected councillors. Elected councillors have been elected in 19 wards. That's 19 wards. But I have nominated 7 other councillors, and one is to represent women, one is to represent people from the agriculture sector, people from the transport sector, the alcalos. One is to represent, for the first time in the history of Gambia, as far as councils are concerned, the people who have disabilities and are differently abled. And to answer your question more directly, one is representing all vendors in the market. So that person is now in consultation with all market committees. In Serekunda, for example, they have a central market committee. But the reason there's always fighting about this one thing is because the committee is not united. Now, the committee is made up of various associations. There's the association of people, the Butchers Association. There's the association of people selling fish, people selling mobile phones, people selling, you name it. And some associations are more political. Like there's the One Gambia, One Serekunda Market Association, led by Suleiman Damfa. So the structures are there for the central committee to be successful. But what's missing is they don't have a constitution. What's missing is also they don't have democratic processes in terms of who is the president and how long they will serve. And I believe because of these missing things, the committee is not united and they are not very strong. So what would happen is the committee can agree and say, okay, we want to create spaces for people in one tier. But then various associations will just jump and say, no, we don't agree to that because it doesn't favor our particular association. And before you know it, like the last corridor, we have a conflict. People who are pro one tier versus people who are against one tier. And another problem is there's a community, the Serekunda market is in the heart of a community. There's actually houses inside the market, people who live inside the market. So what's happening is those people also are not organized in a fashion where they are consulted before these one-tiers occur. So now what the nominated councillor for vendors is doing, he is going now from market to market to try to introduce these structures, trying to introduce this system. So when the committee speaks, it's because everybody is on board, or it's because a vote has been carried out and the market is ready to hold a one-tier. Because what we don't want is for authority like KMC to come out and announce that there'll be a one-tier, and next minute there are fights in the market and a one-tier does not happen. So this time around for Tobaski, what we said is, since the committee is not yet set up, let us temporarily move the one-tier to buffer zone, which I have to be honest, was not very successful because you cannot have a one-tier outside the commercial center.
No.
But this is all to give time to the nominated councillor to set up the structures. But he has also set up what he's calling a one-tier committee or a Sunday markets committee. And this involves even the central police, and they are brainstorming and coming up with ways to have successful Sunday markets or successful market days like one-tiers, etc., that allow for people who don't have stores inside the market to come and be able to showcase their goods, come and be able to make some money from the market. I think it also helps people inside the market because they can also come and promote their products. So anyway, we've just been in office 3 months, but all of these things are rolling. All of these things have started working. So my job as a mayor is to empower the nominated councillors so they can do their job, is to empower the ward councillors and the committees. So then less problems will come to my desk because there are people responsible for those areas.
Yeah, Talib jërëjëf dafa am ñaari Talib may ñu rek Musa Jammeh, your brother is here, and Fatah.
Wow. Musa, how are you?
Marek Fatah like sorry, Fatah. Can you ask
Fatah?
And then see.
Hi, Talib. Hi, Talib. Welcome to UDP TV.
Thank you.
First
Thank you,
of all, Malane, congratulations.
Mr. Fatu, we can hear you. Can you speak louder, please?
It's been a while. So, Talib,
absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's breaking. It's breaking, I think.
Breaking, and then your voice is a bit low.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So, Talib, my first question be, just as a youth yourself, live in one of the biggest municipalities in the Gambia. So just yesterday, this thing, one of the youth in Serekunda West took a battle and stabbed the other youth who happened to lose his life in the hospital. So because of one joint of marijuana. And Talib, we know that right now there is a lot of drug usage and drug usage going around, especially on Serekunda. You've been a youth man yourself. What is your plan
Hello? Jara, can you hear me?
No,
that's how you are breaking.
To provide like a youth training center for this youth.
Okay, I think she's asking about drug abuse. Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, we can hear you.
Just yesterday, one of the youth, you've been a youth man yourself. One of the youth, then Serekunda West football field, they are fighting on one marijuana, one box. So the other one take a bottle and stab the other one. He happened to lose his life. So being a youth man yourself, there is not a drug cocktail going around Serekunda. What is your plan to face those people? Secondly, do you have any plan for your municipality to have a youth center, somewhere that the youths can go and work or inject themselves rather than sitting around fighting over one bag? Thank you.
Thank you, Fatu. I think it's very unfortunate that happened in Serekunda West Football Stadium. But this is a common occurrence because many youths are not engaged and they're doing drugs. And the numbers have been picking up for a long time. And now that the back way is closed, a lot of them are restless. They can't leave anymore, and they're not engaged. So it's a big problem, and I don't think it can be solved by any one party, but it has to be solved collectively, not just from the council, but community leaders as well. The council is really a community government. So definitely we have a nominated youth councillor, but we can't say he is to handle this problem because it's a very big problem. Most of the youths are not engaged. So there's 2 things we are doing. One is, like I said, we have a very close relationship with the alcalos, community leaders, and the ward councillors. We consistently engage, and we want to sensitize people. We want to communicate with the youth to let them know that sometimes you don't have to wait for somebody to offer you a job. If you look at our markets, most people selling in the markets, making a good living, are not Gambians. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying most youths are not employed. How come they're not trying entrepreneurship. So we're working with Empretech, we're working with GCCI, but I think the large part is we need an attitudinal change. We need to sensitize people that they can help themselves. It will take a little bit of time for the Gambia economy to pick up. It will take some time for us to get investors here that will give good paying jobs. So what can we do in the meantime is to encourage youths to be entrepreneurs, and many of them might be successful and even create jobs for their fellow youths. We also have what we call the kiosk program, street kiosk program, wherein we want to create standardized street kiosks all over the municipality, so youths can engage in small business, whether it's renting a kiosk from council and selling bread or credit, or engaging in a small business. This is all to help the youths get engaged. But like I said, the problem of unemployment is a major problem, and I think the entire community and entire central government and local government should focus on tackling it. But I think self-help is one of the ways. Let me give you an example. When I came into office, I had about 15 youths who were part of my campaign. And they had told me that they were looking for work. And naturally, when I became mayor, I had a lot of business people who were coming daily in and out of the office, asking about projects, telling me about investment. But every time people like that come into the office, I always ask them, are you hiring? Are you looking for workers? And more times than not, they tell me, yes, we are looking for workers. And I usually refer some of these youths to these businesses. But guess what? Out of 15 youths I referred to businesses, only 5 took jobs. The other 10 said the pay was too small, or it's not the type of work they want to do. So, like I said, there's a little bit of an attitudinal problem when it comes to work, because I believe if you're unemployed in a country that does not have many work opportunities, you should take what you can get. And I always just work, and maybe you can find opportunities in that job, or you can get even ideas. But put talks the attire, or the porn, or the duri, these are the things that get you actually into crime. And I think my job as a leader in KM is to also sensitize the youths and try to encourage them to have a change in attitude and be more willing to take up jobs that they did not feel that was below that they felt was below their standards. But we have a major challenge. We have a big problem.
Jërëjëf Lord Mayor Musa brother Musa. Hello, brother Musa. Hello. Hello, Talib. Sana, can you hear me?
I can
hear you. I can hear you.
Where is brother Musa? Is he there?
It looks like, I don't think Musa is there. It looks like he's out.
There is someone, back to you, Sana. There is someone on the screen. If you can just send that question to Talib, then Talib can go. Let me see whether.
Yeah, okay. Jerojefo, thank you, Sister Jara. Once again, thank you, Lord Mayor, for really accepting this invitation. The only question that we have so far, I know we have a lot of questions, and I think the audience will understand that time factor, we'll be able to ask all the questions, and Talib will be able to answer all the questions. So I hope and believe that you guys will understand that with us. So Talib, I'm not being Jigen, Kutuda Fatu Dabo is a sister to lawyer Usenu Dabo. Your 3 months in office is far better than APRC's 22 years in office. So she's really impressed about your. Yeah,
I agree with her.
Yeah, no, everybody agree with her. That's a fact. Everybody agree with her. Yeah. So Abdullah Sise Mune, can you please ask Talib whether he has? Yeah, I know. So another guy, Abdullah Sise, said, can you please ask Talib whether he has plans about collecting garbages from houses and installing garbage disposal containers on the street to keep the environment clean?
That would really be happy. That would be.
This is a good question.
If I need garbage,
Wow.
my door.
Well, I think he's asking about the street, not about residencies. But okay, to answer his question, we just opened the tenders for garbage collection this Monday. So if you've been paying attention to Gambian newspapers, we were tendering for residential waste collection. And the tenders were just opened on Monday by the contracts committee. We have a contracts committee, and they have been looking through the tenders. What happened was the environment committee, not myself, the environment committee initiated this tender. They believe there should be residential waste collection. KMC does not have enough trucks, so they want to outsource this. So they made the tender documents approved by GPPA, and it was tendered. And on Monday, another committee, which is the contracts committee, opened the tenders in front of all the bidders. So hopefully within the next month, we should start residential waste collection. But to also tell you something else is we are currently also working on getting 19 trucks and to station 1 truck for every ward that will be operated by the WDC. So every ward has a ward development committee or a village development committee led by the councillor. So we are trying to get them garbage trucks so they can also support this residential waste collection. So I believe, it's not a promise, but it's just a belief that in the next 6 months, the residential waste collection should be in full operation. And because the target here is we want to get rid of the donkey cart problem. We call it the donkey cart problem. For now, donkey carts are doing most of the residential waste collection. But the problem is that these are donkeys, they're animals. They cannot make the journey all the way to backwater dump site. So what do they do is, when they collect waste, let's say from Abuko or Talinding, they will go to the swampland, or they will go to the river and dump the waste there. So now in Talinding Koloban, we have a dump there. In Joshua, we have a big dump there, all around the river bank because of these donkey carts. So it's a big headache, and we are trying to permanently get rid of them. But the only way is to outsource the waste and to get our trucks to every ward. Now, the second question about waste bins in the street. Now, waste bins in the street is something we are looking at, because in Serakunda, during my campaign, I had given the Serakunda market 100 waste bins. But the problem was that they were afraid to station it on the street for fear of being stolen. So this is the same fear the council has about the street bins. So now we are trying to get designs from local welders. So we don't want to import. We want to engage local welders. Hopefully that can also create employment, is to have them design street bins that cannot be stolen or cannot be lifted away. So this is something the environment director just told me he started working on. So he has a team of 3 different welding companies, and they're working on the designs. But we have not made any concrete steps towards that yet. We're just in the sort of development process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Talib. One more time. Thank you. Balamale Talib. You such time. You need add another 10-15 minutes there. Musa,
no worries. Musa is back.
Anyway, Jerejef, Abaraka Bake, Jarai Abaraka Sana, and Talib for number Fuleko Abaraka Bake, and I've been following, and I think genuinely, you are working very hard to deliver the KMC we all anticipate. But anyway, now at one point we are all over each other. So follow now and going forward, KMC in Bealonoko is a youthful populated area. And I'm more focused when it comes to the young people, because now interest is more on that side. And at one point, now they don't around to the youth centers within the municipality. And obviously, I wanted to know what are the plans that you have for those some people within the municipality in terms of giving them capacities and in terms of creating that employment opportunities that they can exploit. And also, Malum, for any contacts with the ministry before with regards to this Barclay syndrome. Because if you look at Bakau, we are vulnerable because we have the seaport there. And there have been a lot of money that has come into the country at one point, and it was obviously to help these people. So, Malum, for any accessible to that resources, and then obviously use it within the municipality. But overall, you know, your 100 days has been brilliant for the country. It has been brilliant for KMC. It has been brilliant for UDP. And we will always endeavor to support that and to make sure we deliver the case we want. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Musa. Those are very nice words. Musa is my brother. He really helped smoothen my process after the primaries, and I thank him for that. Very good question. So on your first question about the skills training center. So KMC, we have what we call community centers. So we have community centers in various wards. I believe we have up to 10. So the ward councillors are actually taking the lead on turning some of these community centers into skills training center. Bakau Newtown, the only lady councillor, Binta Jane, actually just signed an MOU with a company to transform the skills training center in Bakau Newtown for the youths of Newtown. But on my side, I am actually looking at bigger council properties like the buffer zone. So the buffer zone is an area I am already in talks with various investors about turning it into a multi-purpose facility for youths to have different areas like libraries, sports, outdoor basketball, football, wrestling, etc. But this is a more ambitious plan coming from the mayor. But on the ward level, on the community level, the councillors are actually taking the lead on this. And we have a very active nominated youth councillor in the name of Kemo Bojang. He's also from Bakau. I'm sure he's your brother. You know him very well. He's your younger brother. So he's also taking a keen interest to ensure every ward, the councillor has a program for the youths. And you're right, Bakau has always been vulnerable to youths leaving. I myself and yourself being from Bakau, most of our family members during the Bomsa days are now living in Europe. And now their younger ones, their children want to follow suit. And it's a very big challenge. So we're going to do everything we can. I have not yet talked to the ministry. We have a youth and sport committee. It's the only committee that has not yet been set up. It's because we were trying to find the right characters. But just last week, 6 members have been confirmed. So that committee is going to be set up next week. And they will also be giving expert advice to council on youth matters and matters of sport, etc., and how to get the youth engaged. So that's my answer to that.
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor. Lord Mayor. Why? Young know about the ghost workers. The ghost workers, how whether it's still early days to go because young a lot of achievement development plans put in place. Why is the ghost workers? Did you get rid of them? Yeah.
Okay, so Bakari got rid of 100 ghost workers.
100.
Yeah. So when I came, we have not yet we retired 27 based on Bakari's recommendation because these were people who were past the retirement age and were still working in council, probably because of political connections.
Yeah.
So based on Bakari's recommendation, we got rid of 27. We retired 27 people.
27.
27 people, and I think we terminated up to 10, either based on fraud or based on insubordination, etc. But the report, like I said, I got from the HR audit. You know, the HR audit, like I said, is ending September. But so far, the report I am getting from the committee is that they have called some people to be interviewed because every staff is being interviewed. So they have called some workers to be interviewed because have not showed up. And in some cases, they have not even been able to communicate with them. So there's a high chance that those people might be ghost workers. But by the time the audit is done, if they still cannot contact these people, they will first stop their salaries. And then once it's finally established that these people don't exist, then we can classify them as ghost workers. So I will plead with you to wait until the HR audit is
okay. Talib, kondo kanani tagato finnekani. Trying the interview is brilliant and amazing. Hamna ne bunla tope boni tope ninkineka all night. Because man, I have question.
Sure.
I'm for buy la dina ko buy be another time.
Well, maybe part 2, inshallah, in a few months.
Part 2, inshallah, again, this is a UDP platform. Low buga announce, low buga defrag. You can always come to us. Understand that. Pisa Plaza, if you want to promote in terms of the municipality because of UDP, Pisa platform, that you can, you are always welcome here.
Absolutely.
Because Malajire Sidara, Ma Indila Te Lolo, I am really appreciative of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Family, you said I'm a mayor.
Thank you so much.
Sandra, Sana, back to you.
Baraka Baki, Sister Jara, for that wonderful interview. And Talib, we can't find an appropriate word to express our happiness and gratitude to have you on this platform. We really appreciate it. With all your busy schedule, jangan you time for your Comme Jara Junko Wahetam, as a media outlet, we represent your party, we represent the country. So whatever you think that we will help to publicize your efforts, such achievements, you are more than welcome. You could contact us at any time via Facebook, through Jara, through Fode, myself. So you can offer ourselves to you if you need any help that you think we can help. So again, the audience, everybody happening with your achievements so far. It's not because you are on this platform. You have done a lot. We didn't regret.
Sana, what do you think? Sana, what do you think? He's UDP and UDP is here to deliver. UDP.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying that we didn't regret. We didn't regret a little bit to elect you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Then my job credit swing papa, lawyer Usiru Dabo or Mr. Vice President, because he's definitely trying to guide all the councils to ensure that we are doing the right thing. So definitely, Mom is giving us a lot of guidance. Good I'm good.
Amen. Thank you so much.
If you are not an ejama, go have a lot of ibuprofen, and then you will get better very soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Good night.
Sana, I can come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can carry on our analysis, and if we got any, we really need to talk about Mama Kande. This man is getting out of hand.
Oh, okay. He did something again?
He's trying to go to our victims of UDP.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, trying to buy them like how he always do. Very sneaky, very sneaky, very, you know. So
Sister Jarai, thank you so much for the effort to reach out to Talib. I know it was not easy, but finally you did it. So we saying thank you for that on behalf of the whole membership of this platform. The badungol fanan tondulam be jayla jiberla ni la molala ale haketu nak telefon la question mi alan ko ne sura ma be nyinin kano. People like Talib busy battle and they cannot be online for more than an hour. So we really wish that we could answer ask all those questions. I myself, I have 4 more questions to ask what I couldn't ask. So we really have to understand their time. So panelists will join be tendulan be jayla be thanks for their understanding and patience. We wish we all could ask questions, but come like interviewing akatano tendron. So once again, that was a wonderful interview from Talib. We will go to the panelists. We have our brother here, Musa Jame Surata is in the line. Fadu Sao is here, making interviewing, analyze the meantime in Swala, then we'll go back to what Jara was talking about. Mama Kande, Akati Dahala and Referent Dahala. We will always go after him. Kuruma Buka Sutura, and then a crook always have to be exposed. So Mama Kende, we will keep on exposing him. So Jara, nalo nembe kacha datila with Musa, I interview you Lamwele. I manage interview you that someone analyze know about Talibula Jabi Rolto and in Talibula performance so far as the mayor of KMC. Brother Musa Bafule, thank you for joining and welcome to the platform once again.
Abaraka Bakesana, Abaraka Jarai, and all the entire UDP team, TV and media crews. Obviously, Nimufene to me alonko, the shows ko we are working as one, and we are trying to work to promote the agenda of United Democratic Party. And again, Talib giving his time to come. That shows ko is serving the interests of the people Mullah elect into office. Because obviously, most of you guys were part of the advocacy team to promote, you know, the mayorship of all the municipality and all the council areas in the country. So now we expect from our leaders, the will elect into office, the will respond to some of the concerns they have, especially in the diaspora young. Because mostly near Jibe, namo le kasia anim fankum safaro. Bari ni mo fo natanang ay ko senyandi. Namere uka hakil jamal tem kundi nole aka hakil jamal tem sindi nole fana uka namba fol talibe ko baraka ni ajibe talib namera ala election promises ay mul befo so far he's delivering on them. Exactly. Within 3 months our achievements obviously are beyond expectation because obviously KMC oppositional to me it needs to be delivered and you'll be measured a lot. And Namre Talib understands this when he was trying to vie for the position within the municipality. And again, during his campaign, Ward will construct very, very well. Obviously, I have 5-point plan for the Landinu, and I campaign Okewalla, and it seems he's working on every 5-point plans that he has promised to the electorates. Now, a very important Abakele, as a young person who is vying or who is already in a position of authority of such a municipality called Kanifi Municipal Council. As I said, on the youth side, which is more of my interest, I've been following that a lot, you know, and Kaya Fonaming is brought in a guy, you know, Kemo Boyam from Bakau, who I know is very, very ambitious. And he has shown people's work and determination in his heart. So obviously, that's an area we are into concern Mbake. But again, he's moving in the right steps towards that as well. And all the major ones, you know, so Kona Afonamindrom, patient is a voucher for KMC. She is a highly demanded place. You know, more but not expect from anybody who becomes a mayor there. And obviously, our expectation will always be there because attitude level embedded Tanunje, Janin Talib Binal, and we are on Kwabondo Tadia. And again, KMC Jahasatale. You know, UDP, overall dominance strategy. In a sense, Nunko overall dominance, last election, results of Muntandi, you know, there are still people that Muli Alakusal do sabotage now. But again, you know, what the guy is doing about everything he can buy books, and I think obviously he'll be judged based on that. So, ala Doku so far within these 100 days, you know, I ain't impressed as a person. And again, Namira, you just need to add more to what he's doing. And especially obviously when it comes to particular interest, because obviously that's something we are on been doing in Kalano, it's an early days. You know, but obviously these are things Muli Alonko, I will talk to him personally on the ground. You understand that these are things Muli Alonko fundamentally Jibela, because these are the people Muli Alonko they fought to put you into that place. But again, as I said, staff audit is on, you know. So obviously I think Talib, in all his measures so far, is exceed, you know, his expectation. So how the delivering and the execution of those services, how are they going to be implemented? You know, because Kona Fonaming, il opponent to Nina Bokukono, alka ike kulu ke tulu election promises olale. And I've listened to most of it. And most of those election promises, what I've seen so far, you know, Nadeloko is trying to walk into each and every one of them. So what we can say, you know, so far, you know, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you know, I hope the people of KMC embedded into his ideology, and I hope the government Fanaya support, because as he said, all the powers of the municipalities were lifted from them and going back to the central government, because in Bayol and Kabirimba campaign, you know, because before the mayor's role was ceremonial, but again, you know, Kabila councillors will have power there, which the local government act, would the local councillors will put a mayor empower to make certain decisions. Namra, he's got a very good team so far. Yeah. And again, you know, blending and mixing all the other or the opposition side as well, you know, giving them that confidence and telling them, you know what, this is not about a party affiliated line anymore. It's about the municipality. You know, I think he's done the right move in there, because what important to Nubaket, you know, because Ning Iba Julo Sabala, Moluluba Sabala din Sembola, Moro a young fan de fe, Akakoleal. But again, didn't know Mumati, I foresight totally. You understand? I learned obviously what this job entails, you know, and I think he's been advised very, very well. You know, so obviously what he just needs to do is to make sure, you know, all these places will implement. For the first few more years, 1 or 2 years, maybe I'll be back. Because games you can't find me doing it's always difficult. But now obviously I'll do quite more for that. If games you call a patient dealer, now delivered. KMC will be one of the best example municipality in the whole country. Abarakabake follow sana.
Yeah, Abarakabake Musa, then invita Surah Hatayala, left in kala question clean again about this interview. Talibula interview in the beginning it was not in office water mena yatara julo in the KMC la. It was about to $17 million. And so far they were able to brought down to $3 million. And ako bilita jefanan yatara the acting mayor Bakari we demanding the case okonole yementaraje it was about $8 million. But they were able to add it up to $20 million at this moment. So Musa nyenye tani mola ko KMC kodo kadunjele really nim kodo manankuta nyama, they will be able to solve not all our problem, but at least 70 to 80% of KMC's problem.
Tonya Sana, this is a very, very important point as well. Yeah. Kona for naming, can you KMC, I think, Kabin Ben research. Now, Lonoko, place, Muyalonko, Kodo, Akadoku Jele, Ni Mari, robust. And I think Talib have got a robust in him. Because Yalo Niba Kuoninikang, and you are prepared, and you get the informations in foresight informations, you know, so now we will bakele, put focus, build before we take position on Intala. Yeah. You know, because we all know what KMC, you know, corruption is about to jail. You know, we all know one of our biggest challenges was going to be to fight corruption within the municipality. And again, KMC was indebted to Loyal Kununenu. We were all aware of it. Because we all did that research, and we were aware that KMC Junobu BJ, it might be very, very difficult for the chairperson to work or the mayor to work the way they want to work. But again, credit to Bakari Jamani's team. Because Kabir Bakari Nata, you know, is a seasoned administrator. You know, he knows obviously the municipality, you know, Kodo Kadunjele. And obviously the only way we can succeed there is to be robust and obviously zero tolerance corruption in terms of how they're going to collect our revenue and how they're going to use it. Now, Kaya Foynami, they were caused by party affiliated relationships. Yeah. You know, because those days, Momo APRC full-time supporter, the revenue collector can because obviously the fear factor you have in Tataji, now for the mayor or a permanent APRC member, I might lose my job. You know, so they were not paying rates for quite a while, for quite some time. You know, so when the old inhabitants will Fananto, Kordademal BJ because Korda Kebal Lamu, you understand? Kordal Kordonia Dibe right now, Kordademal BJ from Pantul Ketal. So Sam Cordani ran to Jola one Cordala, Motala Fila Jola no, because obviously in Bena Pamina than no one let out. You understand? So near came Sila Julo, I suppressly, so seriously, which I hope and I pray that Talib will be able to recover some of these monies. You understand? But again, he is coming with a strategy which he said, which I think will help him to recover some of these monies. He might not be able to recover all of them, you understand, but at least with his ideology and concept, he might be able to recover most of that money. So again, so far within these 3 months, KMC in 2-3 years time, as you said, if things goes the way they should go, hopefully we'll see a lot of development and changes within the municipality. And again, which I forgot to ask him, there are certain areas, which last time I said it, and part of my portfolio was looking to this. You understand? Places like Senegambia, because nobody become a DB sign, their revenue base is bigger than KMC because of why inhabitants will move to Nyami side, and some of these businesses are going into there. So now remember, according to the research I did, those days, some areas of KMC have been demarcated and put into KMC, and there obviously are some of the things Mula and Co. Ibana finances suppress as well. But again, I'll contact Talib, you understand, what is you towards that. It might be difficult for us to get back some of our areas or some of our places, Mula and Co. Their eye and money. Because nearby, Senegambe areas will get, you are the map they want to become a corner side. And become a revenue is going so high, which about KMC affect can logically and practically, because you can blood bulto within those areas. You realize they are part of KMC, but KMC la kono. And it tell mama jamanu will. But again, these are things Mula allow Talib to see whether he can do any work on it and find out and see whether there's any possibility to look into some of these things. But so far, I think he's delivering in most of his promises he's made to the electorate.
Definitely. Abaraka Bake, brother Musa Jame, on that brilliant analysis. If you were happen to be a mayor too, you would be definitely a big, great candidate, because Nalana don't wato mansi nima wato sita wakosonela. And again, we really appreciate your effort, your concern about KMC Nyato Talib, because Talib had mentioned that Diamo Konole. Ya nyini lenu inate daha ni mundo di sapo ko banata si ndati je ko denga, but ika Talib ko len ya fo nye we know that you always contact him, you try to make sure that things work better for him, ni amo da men ko kule be keri mi alon ko abanka KMC la nyaado tati ka step in. So we really appreciate that, and most of us, the younger ones, are looking up to you. Definitely we are proud to have you in our midst. Barakabat. Thank you so much. Brother Surahata, if you are there, I heard you saying that let's talk about the ghost workers. Surahata.
Sana la barakabake. I wish more of these countries from different administrative area in the Banjung all the way to Bolonkono. Salve na abetera bakela. Adun kontantale because nimo be de maka ni fane fande maka fisiaje.
Yeah.
Talve kata ko men beke. I wish some of the ministry can do that.
Yeah.
Wallahi wana kabra banyangan kaite you are overqualified to be at Kanafi Municipal Council. I wish you can go to the higher place.
Yeah.
And municipality, but alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Seren no ka da mata la number 1 eta folan number 10. Sana nin gos do kula ngil. Sana ilen din kurolti. Ni leka mo la ko dol ta sana ngil bagana do ko wala. Fente fo mo ke jaw num fata ba ala frensolu ana kanunto la ko na fe na ka fe ko albedo ko ke. No, and I think Calve been very soft. I think they've been soft. They should take these people for next 10 years. Because so I'm not needing to record
Surada, this was a major this was a major problem in the former regime, not only with KMC as a council,
But saying no, nin Taliban you'll find they already identify some of these ghosts. What is the central government doing? Because central government nene mamos nyakene ngame ko the model tag be kind of maybe army for the army nyane. But near Taliban you doing effort kuka. What is central government doing then? If Kansas Military Council can have almost like 50 to 70 people to be a ghost workers. What the central government or a operator? Let's engage these people. Wallahi, ala plano moment alhamdulillah I promise jamaba and beke. Nte agel dal abe deliver kind of demanding. Abe dal nga so duala. But in ghost workers all man, the family the ko diam la no time because this is not good. Jana fana ngani ka question fana about nin salo kana ni one teral fana. What is a very important question, but I answer now, that's fine. Because sana ake problem jabal na fe sato ko.
Yeah.
Andu o fana diamo mbebe ke kanje most of the time ni ajibe along ko party affiliation or wala bige wala atinda pang diamo siara because in fact Serakunda police they are even involved in these things. Because Serakunda police fund they also collect some money. Yuri Ajame time Serakunda police fund they also collect some money from the vendors, from the KM, from the Yankuba College, whereby the smooth turning of the market can happen. So what happened because they will be so scared to go to Karim Yankuba Fanaka Kuru engage. So that security in Dial. So Hani Bali Mahani Kata okay. So what happened corruption demanding and Uro Kumata. But Nigon police and Kanafe Minister Council, Nigon Yankuba calling you be time. To meet in India, but Taliban you're not a police finance letter. I'm 100% police if I take a cruiser again, was now. May I for your reliable source no police for the cruiser again. What I can name Monku Maje, put you Almam. So Taliban, I'm really proud of the man for real. And then Kunjimilade, when I'm then Kunjim Momondi, Kabana Campano Kajan to for a photo, Nyabola. And I hope and pray other municipal councils for a cable and the Taliban DB can as a sample or Hifana. Moment in finance start trying by all means. Makarukola Kumandan, I think I can have this contact. I'm not going to command on the down and the platform. The Diablo, Banco in Tamana, because Mambanko did a Punta, Mambanko did a Palafina, Nadia, and already in the Banco de Mamboramin, Canasa, Mania. Allah Barakabak, thank you very much.
Barakabake, brother Surahata, come here for Nyameng, Wolem Drum. This ghost workers is not only with KMC, it's the entire country. And we understand from the central government in Bilisi that they announced a number of ghost workers that came across them. So they are getting rid of them and they are working more to get rid of more ghost workers. Ghost workers, all of them, they go to this yai campaign. Mo kata do ko nyini ya compin sol fanga yale ya compin wala me yo contact me yo ko to kinandro ay to ke kay to bala ko do ko dum they are not even showing up so abeta ko muneti dom political position on lem ya je you know so yeah you are breaking so Kamala Jibelani Lamodlan by Tentulan by Jaila once again we are really proud of your support and we are saying thank you to everything that have been come to the platform of support. Once again, we apologize for Talib was unable to come in video because interview for Nabe Diala, every interview but because Amantara Kendari, he was not that feeling well, so that's why he couldn't appear physically on video. So, but we really appreciate the effort from another Diamuta Telefonodo. So, we didn't even announce the interview earlier, few days before today. So, I tell me along Kalibum for by Tentula, Sister Fatu Dabo. Bafla baraka for all your support to the platform and patio mi alang ko fanam bebe dending Allah. So Musa for dawo be to nyaka na ko jamme kunda nka with a different. Thank you Musa for the wonderful job.
Dawo kunda kolo the kokolo bala fal dawo na lo le dawo.
I know. So Sol Campbell by Beton by Jara Farsa Drame Nancy Sawo Yagu Malik Lo Suma Jigen my own special sister. Thank you for staying with us and joining. Beton to by Jara and Alberto Fano. So sister Jara now interview ya be kalamutala da nyamem So Talibi Edla Doma Jara, which is very, very, very interesting. Wala mumbila ko kodol menka collect na fonkolto marketolto. They understand that ko molka kodol tale ika collect on behalf of the KMC balabuka fa KMC ma. So nidal nara foko ya mol arrestle woto. Foyo dol fana mutale meni alongo ye terminate. Don't you think that that's a very good warning and a starting point? Because that's the only way corruption is tackled now. You are not putting the words into action. Because African mom for ya muta damandi. Yeah, so normally interview kono ko model arrestle, you dol mutale, you dol terminate just because of more on behalf of KMC. So I don't know, it even been follow no allow interview.
Because I'm very, very proud of Lord Mayor because I think President Barrow young and vibrant Lord Mayor Talib Community. If you're dealing with the whole nation, Talib is dealing with a consequence. Yeah. Talib can do this. If Talib can do this, I will not be thinking of that. I'll make sure I'm thinking.
Jara, you are breaking.
Okay, director, every Friday I task dealer, I Nima deliver Friday. Nima deliver, everyone failed to deliver. Then most of them just give up knowledge because you cannot do it. Yeah, understand?
Yeah.
Corruption all in the caring, you make it. But it have to set the best example. One has to set an example. Because Nima example was set. It's a because wole yakina mo lafta baro anti-corruption monati na Talib can do it, Baro can do it better than Talib because niage imambula kuono ma imambula noma ibulo katarajele tena tala tala bango etanya Talib knew it the same thing. Talib can do it so nine yakina I am 100%. I'm not 100% Talib, I am 1,000,000% Talib now. I'm behind him. Anything after me along for in terms of or in terms of UDP la Sindoje, he's always after anything. Yeah, I understand. I will totally.
Yeah. But Jara, don't you think, I know I might sound a little bit mean here, but don't you think that the central government should learn from this local government, especially our mayors, because Nyajibe is not only Talib. Rohi is doing a wonderful job in Banjul. Sirifo is doing a good job in Birikama. Lanimbisan is doing wonderful. I've been following all these things. The only two mayors that never come and follow back, I'm sorry to say this, is maybe Mfangala region or NBR and in Base. But Nanny mentioned Lanimbisan, LRR, Birikama, Banjul and KMC. Don't you think that the Barrow administration need to learn from this, even though they are bigger, they are the main central government? Because surrounding themselves with wonderful and smartest people.
Yeah,
putting the right people in the right place to do the job.
Yeah, this is what I am very, very passionate about Puta Talib Nati because I'm a young, vibrant Olemati. Because I know Mukala Doko Mole Molbapola, but it's not I work on that because appointing youth, you told me ila Gambia la nyata tala. Rohilo binala, Rohilo is coming. Rohilo abina platform la. Pana milke abina babi sakala tingal no wolu lati tula. Centralizing for them is a more for I don't know, and my network is full. I got a full coverage.
Okay. Yeah, now you are clear. So go ahead, keep trying, Nigeria.
I'm using the other phone. So Katara nyoka mafoi kaela doko taika decentralized no tema. Kaita nyola for transparency. Wole to UDP for transparency they want to deliver. I am really thrilled. I'm very happy. I'm very Nil select as a UDP mayor. So even Miliatara is not part of their party. Ni baby can make sure the corruption is eradicated. Can make sure the local community. Can make sure a UDP la somebody because UDP somebody into another level. Sana Amira war is very, very important. And when you KMC Banjul municipality aning Jana, I don't think what is this man landing there?
Landing Bisane.
Landing Bisane, Kasi Kajube told baby Sila they're going to coordinate Kajube, the Doko Kelanyani hand in hand. This is really, really going to a right direction. Because these people are responsible to municipality. More work to do to help you. It will be a doko kela, but in Baroka beta la yamurunda koto or I asked somebody di more la million. They've been even these people are young and they are ready to work. They are ready to be back. They are ready to moja old take body system. This manyang na do nyol na system okon toko okay. And so I real tie katanda fana ido poke. Having what so having consequences. I do the million of people. Into latole man fenso to Gambia kono man fenso to Bari. Yela for ya sotole because people are very, very hard working. So million of they are ready to work mentally.
Yeah. Abaraka bake jara ya nyame exactly abole nyama bio ni surata ya telefono mo yela telefono be sade kundale reality.
Sana can you
yeah. Nka try drone ka manage bari la telefono ka bio ka mashallah. Abaraka bake jara I think we can also
today.
We can also, if we can also try and get hold of Sirifo Sanko of Birikama, it will really be grateful. I know you can do it, but hopefully let's just cross our fingers. I know audience will be happy about the financial job.
They will all come. Everyone will come and Alimbala then I'll become more finance. Sorry. Telephone mama.
It's okay. Abaraka bake sister Jara, come here for nyameng abola nyama talib bula dunta campaign kono drong. UDP are nominated to be our mayor candidate. Mo jama jiko nunko. This man will make it. And then I interview like a question of Jabi Nyamendro. And one thing I like about Talib is that I know question on Yinin Kame my favor. He just answered the question straight from the bottom of his heart. You know, so some not like other men Bafolo, they don't want to be asked certain questions. You remember when we asked him before we come live, we asked him. Do you mind or can you tell us the questions that or the parts that you want to talk about? He said he don't mind. He said let's just ask any question that we want to ask. So mojama for especially not calling him politician. So again, thank you so much for that, Sister Jara. This is our brother Musa according to the next topic next topic in time Adimola. Brother Musa Malo ite be talib advisor no minela. What do you think should be the better way forward?
Again, not telephone be play up can.
Yeah. So the best way forward. Now I don't go talib position ni kan wato menna. Ada mama ni we understand that. And in Molenyo Sabala and some of them are still in the country right there, and they have potential just like they have the potential just like talib Fango. They are smart. Mashallah, UDP filo was so crowded, but baby we know they will deliver. But now come like may I understand the Konung. Bill Talib Kanyeta, most governments have this misunderstanding. Yamutoko, Talib have the right to handpick the deputy mayor. But after Nata understand according to the local government act, Mayor Famboka deputy mayor Tombo. Processor Beje Minkatama. The deputy mayor have to be elected councillor. And when Nataka Sabu for Musa Ba, the brother of Aminata Ba, becomes the deputy mayor. But the other candidate may Alama Sabu Imol Tomonung Imana Plaza. How best you think Talib can work with these people, and what do you think need to be Talib advice about that?
Sana ilo question are important tabake, and I'm glad you asked that question. Koya fonyaming election or tambitale do kola seat.
Yeah.
And do kola seat until we are all UDP.
Yeah.
Kumu Jamal Leketanung after the primaries when Talib was elected into office. And ko namun fodrong UDP is bigger than any one of us.
Yeah.
And Hadamadungo inantekala foroti ikankan. And no again nimu misil moti kanyata watu mumansi abukasi. And kabirim beba nyum plaso nyinila namre mbeo danke nasoro ko alba mo kilina tala faba kala silolti faba kala setan na silolti bal mo kilina batambi. So wala tinna ntakungo kabirim boda Gambia mong interviewed any media house la or any local houses la. Because now ko UDP wala important and dokumenti Talib Mustafa and all the other candidates mule plaso nyini.
Yeah.
The other 6 candidates were also great because during the primaries, the deliberations with all the plans that everybody have to bring it, and it was brilliant. It was fantastic, and they will have all supported UDP.
Yeah.
But again, Talib stand out in some areas. Muli alonko be ngalisa munkadolo ka fasa. You understand? Because obviously, money situation will analyze. Obviously, what the way forward, how that should be.
Yeah.
And because of that, you know, what has passed in the past has passed. So what I would advise Talib, Koya for Nyami, candidate to Dul BJ, Ani Kumatali. You understand? Andullah Hido are important about look on the bucket.
Yeah.
In as much as maybe UDP, now to college. Now, but no kumo moikang, obviously, I'm supposed to be my supporter anyway. Is to tell him what candidate all, they all have their individual talents and their own individual ability. And they will obviously support him to deliver for KMC. So as a kata, I move candidate all fanankang, bao anin dole la hidolek. Ame manke hanisai. But again, we are near denta commandant adinata kachalo to follow. Come I move for stop advocating. About a lot of things that GB can is only 3 months into the process. But remember dialane puru UDP la kankliya kanda. Anu candidate to la hidol munta because koyara for nyami nin candidate they are all smart, they are all intelligent, and the UDP so at heart. I incorporate to work with them. Another question or point to raise them, which is about an election of a deputy mayor. Yes, councillors have a right to elect a deputy mayor. But again, the member can also be elected to be a deputy mayor if all the councillors elect the person. You know. But again, what is important, you know, before you come into swearing, you understand all these structures should be in place, putting your opportunity create for those people. At the time, in Sunkaro, it was very short, you know, for all those things to be put in place, for Talib to be able to identify certain people, then a councillors will request for you to elect into position. Because the vice chairperson, like a councillor, so like a mayor blessing, because as much as they have the freedom to choose, you understand, mayor have a choice to also say, I prefer Senate to work with me, because obviously I think it will help us in terms of development, A, B, C, D, E, F. But again, you know, I think our programs are very, very great, you know, and hopefully all these other mayors, Muli Alonka, ni kumata, abe kundila no ala doku agenda konon. You understand? Doku agenda doesn't mean because some of them now no kultina ka doku ka tali o price for the dealer, price and dealer. Ibinala ka doku ka purunka municipality balloon, ibinala doku ka purunka UDP balloon. So it will be important. Anim momo kumo fa anim momo la hidolta. So la hidola say make sure you fulfill, because obviously UDP is one big family. Purun sama nim futato stage to kotaite. Yalo intanyo patandila dia mota siala and probably 10 or 20 candidates will not apply for one position because Mbalonalco, we put a structure there now whereby we know it's going to be a transition from probably not to choose after another 4 years. We already have a candidate, within the councillors, within the nominated members, or within the public. You know, we are prepared, obviously, in primaries, then we just bring them on board. You understand? Yes, primaries was a healthy thing because obviously it is a choice of the people. If so many people wanted to apply for it. You know, credit to UDP for that year, even though all the integrities of that primaries are not in order, you understand, but they've done well to make sure they give chance to every Tom, Dick, and Harry within the country, you know, to apply for those positions, which was great. You know, but again, you know, as I try to his best of his ability, is young. You understand? I will come out promise election promises so like Mulke, deliver control can you know, all some of these candidates move for a new Kumata Duma as I try, I consider, even if it's not a paid job, but to be part of the system to help the municipality about better Alabakan.
Definitely, definitely, Musa, it's definitely a concern to me. But the only reason I don't ask that question directly during the interview is that I don't want to ask anything that would be kind of personal to him. But again, opportunity and I know you were engaged during those different so we will just hope and make this appeal to you again. Continue engaging them. It's all about UDP. Politicians a very funny position also. Being the mayor, momenka contact, momenka diama siatale. He could tell you this today, so my not because I taught or because I'm malefakake. As a promise you can be, so my not because I taught or malefakake, but because of the pressure. But I don't we will also make this personal appeal to you. If you can continue to engage him on that thing, it will be very helpful for UDP as a whole and the KMC in general. Yeah. So
what important Telesana, you know, you know, we will carry on, you know, and as I said, you know, when he was elected into office, you know, we have to give him the space and the opportunity and a program to implement. You understand? So in between implementations, you know, until someone can want to observe. And obviously, as you said, I will criticize constructively. I need to deliver areas from Mullah and he's lacking on that. Everybody knows me. I don't mention my opinions because being an equivalence to municipality and being an equivalence to Gambia, being an equivalence to UDP. So obviously, I'll go and talk behind the person's back because Talib knows me very well during the campaign time, and obviously, file. So for Namin Boy, Telman Katu Kellen, Nimantanu through Atala, Patila hierarchy, Bijele Muli Alonco, Nika Diamunole, and say, Command on Diamu, maybe we'll know Fana. But again, Molo Mi Alonco is very polite. You know, Talib will not see my call and ignore it. Or Natan Komba Jela Katangela, because obviously, I've done a lot of support, I've given a lot of support to him. You know, and obviously I did it because of UDP, I did it because of the municipality, I did it because of Bakau, because now they go to Bakau, you know, which is a great thing, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, we were all able to do the same thing for our town. So at the end of the day, we were lucky, you know, a candidate come from our town, and again, you know, we will support anything we are to UDP and UDP only. So yes, inshallah, you know, and obviously all these other people, they are there. Two of them make a candidate tool, you know, and as I said, you know, I will reach out to him once our HR audit is completed, you know, once some of the plans I will put in place are completed, then I'll reach out to him, after some of the promises he made to some of these people, and what are the best ways we can go around them to make them happen.
All right. Abarakabake, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Surahara, do you have any final say on the interview with Talib, especially when Talib mentioned about Surahara? I think ya mole bilaka for menka na petit traders all. We all understand that for duty collateral ke harassment because the family sort of complain. Some of them we even witness it by our own naked eyes. But the thing is that Taliban Mufala interviewed the they cannot be everywhere at every time. They cannot be police at everywhere at every time. But at the end of the day, and he have made it loud and clear here that if you have been harassed and you are not reporting it to the necessary or right authorities, it will not be put in, it will not be solved. So even though name yela harassment no report sinya kila among solve, just keep on reporting, because the more report they are receiving about harassment, that will help them to make a go ahead with it. But niman harass sinya kila antara police oli ale man kunoje wala antara kanifine mandam yede nal beka harassment ko wala a group complain, okay, 2 was to the KMC, I think the problem will be solved. So Malete oje nyadi, especially in Gambianol, let's everybody to be police officers and help the police for the dogo ga nyama. Surata?
And I think Surata is not in.
Oh, okay. So Jara, go ahead and say any final thing about this interview. Maybe we'll write it up from here, because Mama Kandelo, I don't know if it is okay with you, if we can make it tomorrow. We can have enough big time about Mama Kande. Well, if you still want us to talk about it, that's fine. It's okay with me too.
Can do it tomorrow. Sana overall, Lord Mayor Taliban today is doing amazing job. Because Sana Nimobe funding caring.
Yeah.
Yeah. 22 years San Antol Batata Nisa in Banco Kan, Gambia Kan. So I one thing for young Sana, I will
yeah.
Because on I la doko tala ya decentralized. The doko de tala ya be mutebulo kono kon tell them minti. Kala fi ya kun wulindela ate Gambia sambala nyato.
Yeah.
Kala legesi nani ate Gambia sambala. Doko ta ya dila mol trust doko dila ni trust doko dila they will deliver ni man deliver ye bay. It's not about because ya jamaica more employ le sama ye bon no moment the man deliver, you are not ready to deliver. And zero tolerance of corruption. New Oketa Gambia bill sign bajela Gambia will change. Sign barofang akabata in social media for a cool for life. Imanyana mean for life, sa from the hala wala. But if you do not deliver, niman deliver the problem also, because more baby are expecting a higher regards of expectation or a local. So nita manna inyanta minkela yadi Gambia nola ite fengo beke nola. But at least each department should they should each achieve 7 or 5, 70% or 80% inyanta achieve lale. Me akinde be do ko la udlata wonyanta achieve lale. There is no chance me alonko amanya zero tolerance delay la me alonko manyana 80% or achieve la each and every department. Nya atara ila fonsol bigele everything inyanta minsoto la yasoto inyanta deliver lale. Ndela miro fe te talibe new dula minta manke dron diamo abe wole ala achievement ala 100 days achievement I wole for mole thing. And if Talib can do this within 3 months, molbe siring jane almost 2 years, 2.5 years time mina wole walinka. Nothing has been done. Among easy, yes, among easy. But na finance every time, Dani roll bekala every time. Kudo binala, kudo kabonang dami. Ba usenu damandama as a foreign minister. Tata yayo minai. I Gambia makwe to bring us lot of money. Why is it not being implemented? Yeah, understand it. Tali Felenta he is on KMC. I mean deliver within this 90 days, within 100 days. Sana, definitely in today, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of UDP members of Miliano. It's not because of UDP, but genuine Gambian people, Miliano deliver is very, very, very important. Sana.
Yeah, love to phone for Sister Jara. Yama for drone wale jama ba fula okay UDP di wale munti. Okay, mbesiring UDP TV and platform wala. That's not the point. Tonya is wrong. It's not only even before Talib get elected. But Billy Talib Kanyata Fana, Adunda official kono. We see the pictures on the social media. And the Alongo diaspora Manta Gambia follow Najele. Seeing is believing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yena jibe Fana political ya abundalo konola. Abundalo political time otambitala. I campaign ko watu mena fa Kanyata abundala time konola. And one thing I like about this mayors is that I see the working relationship between Talib, Rahim Maliklo, and Insiri Sonko, and in Landing Bistane, even though Landing be all the way to Jara Soma. But I see the working relationship me along Kabe Tema. Most of the time you see them together in conferences. Neither a conference or from a wallet at the airport, can I president when you see off or see him in arrival. These people are always around each other. They are next to each other. Together. So Anamango Kudifa Harmadunga new connection or total tema drone, Aka Sabule, you Alkaf Akasonia Blue for you to get to each other. Yena ele deliver yemen deliver. Come on man, ya jame tulunta gambeno lale. APRC tulunta gambeno lale. This is why I still cannot believe Gambino Katara Gambele Kafamoloko APRC support. Where ya jame support. Or ya jame have to come back.
Sad. It's sad.
Just look at the local government act. Right now they are negotiating with the Ministry of Local Government and the central government. I'll be a Munekanu, Pulabe Kodu Bida no Yamin in Council Bulu. Collect directly from this councillors, directly to Yajame's account, a personal account, or a post. Because when Yamantara Nunje, so Nini Naka Ankabi, they are working under that condition because Abemo Emmanuel Bondi follow. Emmanuel Mundi can follow. But if they are still working under that condition and they are able to deliver all this that they are doing within 100 days, it's a wonderful job. And therefore, Molino Nunkoyoko, the campaign you can UDP mayor no Puli Kanye, because Laftale Kanye, in terms of UDP Uncolet. Now, believe and they can deliver. But Uncoyoko, you need Bay, Momo Fitala officer, Nasita, Ala Force Jababula La Kunto. Nkoloko yaja me to Gambia Parliamentary office in front of the same thing office, especially places like Birkama. Birkama was a disaster, a total mess. KMC the same thing. Yankuba Koli Otaka Munete Balfosero. KMC was a Balfosero, a party center. So Ndeko Formula Nkoyo ni mayor Laftale Kanyere, Balambala Faram Fate the new fitter officer because I know the mentor like they will be able to fulfill all their promise within the 4 years period in Bakala office. We're not going to encourage them or make them to believe that, oh, they will not be able to achieve. Let them lie down and relax. No. But we know it's tough and we know that they are going through a lot.
Talibia for he has chance of Mampare Pulka do Mampare Pulka deliver. I tell Amanta because I get all this corruption, all this milk happening here. Yaje la leader la ila nyato nko na ife ofendi kedo ifana mbe wole kala so atema amao entertainment ole dila puru yake ya understand because ayalo ne milk na first of all yalon Talibe he get rid of all these small milk na je every day binati nyang la office kono they don't work, they don't do anything na manke mol na tambe kodidano he get rid of all of them. KMC ibe silale yena do ko ni mata do ko la tata momon dia ya batu ngala suka ala office o manke kabudu ana
yeah
really pase won ale
yeah
anu nimbaro fana example la ya understand e charge economy de beta itala am muyu nga yalla da I example o said
yeah no definitely you can say that again that again until we the members of the UDP one more time we could say that we are proud to be members of the UDP na ñina fa nu molé during the campaign ko the candidates all men select just because we want them to run for office on behalf of UDP. We selected the quality ones. They were there when Gambians need them. Not only they are going to the office to enjoy, but they will go to the office and deliver and will be kicker. Mashallah, remember UDP head because we are the greatest, we are the mighty ones. But it's a UDP head just because UDP more sort of men start deliver no. And again, I'm calling on the central government again. Even though it's a government, it's the president, I'm Bankola Warata council. But the president's office, the central government can learn a lot from these people. Barola obstacle, the Baro administration obstacle mun kukrinda malati. This bogus foundation named after the president himself and the first lady. These bogus foundations will be the obstacle to Baro's administration achievement. And then a legacy for the credibility lies with this bogus foundation. It's up to him to get rid of this bogus foundations. If not, history will teach Barrow a lesson. As long as Barrow Youth Movement BJ, this First Lady Foundation is there, the Barrow Foundation for Economic Development, Barrow will not be able to achieve what he want to achieve. And UDP and Barrow UDP credibility put on the line. And again, we will never be a blind supporter to this government. We love him. We will always love him. We will support him. We will fight for him. But we won't let Barrow legacy to destroy UDP's credibility. UDP don't want to know.
Tonyalem sana bari yalo minem te laftale nung pour nga Barrow reminder on he is a transitional government. Yeah, understand. Legacy loan the puka minke within 22 no. Barrow should get rid of all these ghost workers. Barrow should get rid of all the yame enablers. I system more clean fire. I said no what I for wrong again. History will repeat itself. Then history working in 4,000 years. No, I come in doku mota genola. So until mantara yang puka pali kuntentum ama ko ekane because nala council mayor how to call it mayoral councils are put together consequently government
Hello, Jack. Okay, bye. Hello, Jack.
Sana, I can.
You go
to Musa. You go to Musa. I will sign off and come back again.
Yes. All right. Yeah, it looks like we have somebody in. Do we have somebody in?
No, Jarale.
Okay. Yeah, so Musa Antaka Onyama Yesarota, we have already come to the end of the program. Yesarota, any piece of advice, any recommendation, especially we until UDP do more, any area.
Yeah, Barakabaka Sana, Koya Fonyaming, the interview was great. And I'm glad to be part of it, to analyze Talib's first 100 days in office. We are all part of work. UDP is what is important to us more than an individual. And our beliefs will always be there to support the Gambia, to support the municipality, and to support the country, and to support Talib as a person and a mayor, a Lord Mayor for Kanifing as such. So, regards to Barrow and our people, this is the problem of a coalition government, and if Barrow was in line with us, I think Barrow would have taken a much of his leave from these young people who are very enthusiastic and obviously knows what they are doing. But at this present moment, Barrow will not work with that ideology because Barrow knows UDP ideology implemented at the moment. And obviously with those UDP ideology, until Barrow a decision will make where he stands, whether to go alone or to come back to where he belongs to, too much because it's more focused on him as a person and the surrogate Mullah surround. You understand? I've always said it and I always stand by it. The government system should be shredded, and almost 60 to 70% of those people have to go. Because Barrow Koya Fonyami Hanatra nothing within these 2 years. I delivered on them just to change, the HR, the human resources, the human capacity, then the country started moving forward next year, governments will have appreciated it. You understand? But unfortunately, Anatala Kabo who pay leadership killing, try to impress Gambians, you understand? But unfortunately, wrong advice should be not you understand? And as you said, this will prove to Barrow or UDP, they are never wrong in choosing candidates to support their agendas. you know, because obviously I think we've learned a lot with our local MPs, and you'll be don't be surprised next election when a lot of changes will happen with those MPs, because in the party you know, people are very vibrant and very, very ambitious. And in the generation more bulale mara for 10, 15 years without delivering the action of Kabakala Badi can create a Gambela side. Because why? Gamben will aware Gamben will learn exactly what is administration, and Gamben will are hungry for development to come. So until and unless, you know, Alkamu Popora in the GBA, the philosophy GBA, he will not be interested in that yet. Until and unless, even though Hangal Kwemul lobby for that money to come back, even though Baro left Takela, it's a more can empower, because obviously and I hope Baro doesn't listen to those people, because now you'll empower. You understand? I Bankola empower, I the municipality empower, because obviously over Marco Puru Sama, now Muruta what a damn, you know, Nasa do Pokeno I saw there. But again, Yalo, it's a 14 that's not going out, Woolly other day, what a calamo. So more mobile done in the drum. You know, Puru now understand UDP should be our agenda. You know, UDP constitution is with me. We look into it. You know, there are comment time me and advocacy based around that place. And the more prepare. And again, new Congress will move Kananan. Some for more ko funding kilba dami. And then more mulanko hamos of party makoi is a dry finti. You know, a plus will need plus will mulanko party mako party sabanyalo. Because now UDP alpha ye do ko munke. You know, yeah, appreciate the coefficient ground dami alonko funding kills nana ye mako baby talent. But at least now appreciate that. You know, Molia make sure for Congress will now the multa Mulia and deliver. I can't get Mulia and now because obviously Kundale, but even Sula Walla. You know, a plus with the Mulia they can deliver, plus with the Mulia they can bring people to the party, because every number counts. You know, by election of Wallin and Muya Lonko, our UDP, left a Nimba Kella, I can put me on Kava Senala, I can win to me on Kava Senala, I'm not about astrology. So mobile done that Mafro mobile number, Lorin Dan Jemuta, no Baro, Masakundalo, Gambela Masakundalo. You understand? And that Gambia include everybody. We are Gambia. And we will hope Baro and the philosophy because UDP philosophy in a concept. The midnight chairman in the mail bowl at Tamandika will have never deliver. So now in the concept in the philosophy Ibadila Panama could deliver because all those people Mulan Komena Kapramala, make sure they go to the and now will Rafin and Mulia deliver for the country, they deliver for the nation, and they deliver for him. Abaraka Bakasana, a number from Mobi Ala Baraka UDP, EVA and media for the effort and in Doku Baka. Allah Baraka. So now I believe for them, there are other things Mumpres and made from Commander Duman Okacha. You know, just to show this is how we are as UDP. We are one family, and we will do things to help our party. And then, kind of party, and then kind of party at Allah Baraka.
Definitely. Baraka Bake Bora Musa Masala Mama and Yanta Mobo Kumalala no Elayu Kumolkan Kotenke. Media Muda Masala, like I said, a lot of us, especially myself, Yalongi Malong Mafoy, but I look up to you. Nka Fenjamal table, Nka Fenjamal Karebulu. I really appreciate your leadership, Anila Katara Molkono, Nimundo. You could say that you are too busy for us. But you have patient or Yasura Katara Dimolkono. I recommend that on you since they one name it or a nail. So Wakamala funding Kola Karanka in President Bagra Kadiamu Yamen. I believe Musa, not only you are on this platform, but you should be the next minister of youth. Because your interest of funding Kola Kota Baker. Anytime media Muramoli in Kola, imagine Kola you will mention it. You will at least say something about it, even if it is not the topic. So maybe I attend the Moloko, you can attend the Moloko, you know, we'll apply so they long, and you want to do something on this. You know, definitely we really appreciate you. Baraka Bagat, for your time again. We're looking forward to see you again on this platform. Yeah, right?
Yes, Anna. Sana be na fati letter. Konta fati letter. Ani jawla tango.
Ungo mina all for them. For body could uncle late if they come. I don't know.
I think so.
So go ahead. Yeah. So I have Musa Diamo and Besaro Takan Drunk, Lamula Chendaninka na mo sarota na janjam fa soma inshallah.
Inshallah. Sana bitumba fala mobe ya baraka sana mbafule ko ya baraka sana ila doko nyininka nyinyata UDP TV ya and media sana bake sana mbenna jaila amba si mikendi probability andong kila hajo manta sometimes member pastor baby ni tol ko pusta ari ang mbaf aka this is at the moment for UDP bari mbaf na mo be na kamul mako kolle mako this is for UDP platform mo a voice come to this platform and Yankuba Dabo mbafola mobe ko ala baraka kekendo mi alonko abenye masimo bani na time man killing day in day out what ni kekendo la bunda ko abe sino las bara ay jabi baraka ala ya so stamina minna ala ya so tembo minna ni mindset min make sure ko platform moy tanya ba fanante du lambaji to fendina be dabe mari ala ya kai sana ite fanga bay no ko mbafola e mba abaja la mbafola ya baraka ngalon ne ko musole be bulu musomi yalon ko musu kendo len because halinte fanga wati laftale pour ko cause laftale pour nke may tarasiri nyati le ngala tala platform but like the blood flowing on your veins so sanamba for albe
exactly
talent suda fanamba for like ko albe fondi albe ala fondi ke baraka thank you
abaraka bake sister Jarai now in telephone de so many wakana not in telephone okay we were even struggling to hear you but ngolo ko nebula do ya complete bro wa so ka ni indina
tanay buka moy de
nke moyle bale ka kundung kundina but anyway nke moyle no I pick a lot from it nak bale ka kundung kundina no but that's okay we have already come to the end of the program so abaraka bake once again be attempt to follow for arranging this interview be talib fanang tentula for accepting the interview. I know it's been a week up and down but at the end of the day you finally make it so musolo mi dimelam ko yeda min yeda non demuda fo ya kuntu fo namon ko dibuka jebula e ko talib mun ala non talib so we are really grateful for that again like we said our wonderful thanks goes to our brother Kekendo dalaka faline but Kekendo is here every day dealing with all the moderators and the panelists so we really thank him for that effort we know how he loves UDP how he want to make sure that this platform is here to stay so we really appreciate everything now 5 and then all the members of the platform everybody in the mobile from the leader all the way down to the last person the mobile tendula and the mobile jaila for their continuous support team work so let's keep on working on that belief and mentality that team work we cannot do it without each other so let's get each other's back that's what all UDP is all about
If we look at the founders of UDP, what they went through, okay, but me along mo flow le bloody nyola memu na symbology. We look at those people. We look at the likes of Solosan and Lamaronyol. Then we should not step ahead. We should not step back. So once again, let's look up to those people and listen to their advices. And then they have made it clear but they could tell us that we failed them. Disgrace lady and a disaster for those elders to come back to us and tell us that we failed them. So I think that should be the last intelligent Menkela. So let's treat each other as brothers and sisters with respect and mutual understanding. No sort of things will work fine. So Kamala Fana Najibirla, like I always said, they are the backbone of our platform. Be Tentul and Be Jaila for their continuous support. Debate over nobody a Finland. Every day it become monkey. And they have time. They need to spend those time on their family. So once again, we really appreciate them until we come your way again. Yeah, back to Sister Binet Fanamba once again. Happy birthday. Alma ya lungo jurang alma yemia jurang fana. So UDP therefore till dead. No question about that and no doubt about that. The yellow family is still dead. So nada you wanna join fine, you wanna join UDP is moving. We are going and UDP is here to stay. Amadou Kola have made it clear UDP was not formed for 20 years or 10 years. UDP ko Sanji Keme. What I see my adwa no Sanji Keme Kalamuta, but UDP Sanji Keme Bolobalula. So back to you, Sister Jara, and good night from my end.
Baraka Sana, I think we'll go back to you. You can do a baraka. Okay, can do.
Jangan undang dokter cara jisma ba min jisma ba yama musi to kuma ah nyadi mol bonda ba ngana sen ki next week ko mol man live mol bon live de mol bon live no mandala live ponza yo inside
bio kay na penko e problem o so tole na mo ne ke sana buka moy na mobile sana fa bira kan dogu sana fa amara dogu da silo hadi ya bira kan silo Yango montar ye yango biye bala kata on ta diam kan di kayu ke no la kayu ke no pati ngebula utela ke kana ota nyo Black. Okay. Okay, mangi wala ngajare ko. Okay, willing ko.